I would show up to the party in my little town car. There's town, I grab me a town car so I could skirt. Puff the SUVs and Bentleys.
It's no longer news that things are not particularly peachy in the Foxx household, as the resident star has been dealing with a lot of problems in recent times. And while most of the world has been confused about what problems Jamie Foxx seems to be dealing with, it seems Steve Harvey might just have let the cat out of the bag. And by that, I mean that not only has Harvey said his condolences, but he might have also revealed that the actor might have stepped on the wrong toes in the dark side of Hollywood, which might now be behind his predicament. I know you're definitely excited now, so stay tuned till the end because you don't want to miss this. If you know anything about the music industry, you've probably heard at one point or the other that things aren't always exactly as they seem. And that seems to be the case with Jamie Foxx. The actor, who also dabbled into music and other aspects of the arts, has been the center of attraction after he recently got hospitalized. And according to reports, the actor also didn't exactly have the best few days right before the medical emergency that got him in the hospital. That's right, while the specifics of what actually happened to Foxx is still pretty much a blur, everything that's happening outside of his closet circle is currently in chaos. The doctors have decided to keep the actor at the hospital while they run tests and determine what exactly happened to him. However, there are online rumors that indicate Foxx suffered a stroke. It hasn't been confirmed by doctors or the family, but we can all tell this is extremely serious. If this was in fact a stroke, we need to take a look at the levels of stress Jamie was under during the days before the event took place. A source told ET on Tuesday that Foxx is healing and feels the love from everyone. Now, at first glance, this could be passed off as just a regular illness or something, but it seems it might be a little deeper than that. And no, I didn't pull this out of nowhere. This was actually alluded to by Steve Harvey. Specifically, the TV host shared his shock at the news of Foxx's health battle, explaining, "I don't even really know what happened, man. I was just stunned because Jamie's fit. This dude, he don't do nothing, man. This dude is fit, so I was really concerned, man." Harvey added, "So I hope everything works out. I'm pretty sure it will." Just as Harvey said, Foxx was fit, which proves that this whole thing with his health is probably not as natural as most people would like to think. But the thing is that Jamie Foxx was actually spilling the tea about the dark side of Hollywood. And guess whose name seems to be at the center of this whole story? Yup, none other than Diddy. Walk with me. In general, Diddy is known for being a hip-hop mogul and the owner of the very successful music label Bad Boy Records. But more than his music, he is known for throwing some unbelievable parties. These parties are so bizarre that not a lot of the attendees talk about what happens in them. However, one of these attendees has been more than willing to come forth with all the weird stories from Diddy's parties. And guess who that is? It's our very own Jamie Foxx. While Diddy's parties have guest lists that can feature more than 1,000 guests, these parties also come with very strict dress codes, such as the white parties, in which everyone must show up dressed in white from head to toe. Martha Stewart was invited to one such party and spoke about how strictly everyone followed these rules. That being said, not all his parties can be talked about. Diddy is notorious for holding bizarre and weird parties that not a lot of people can come forth and talk about. But there is one regular guest at Diddy's parties who isn't afraid to talk about all he's seen. Of course, these parties are exclusive and fancy and ridiculously expensive. Only a few people are invited to these secret parties, and these people don't have much choice but to show up to these parties. After all, Diddy has made himself an empire in the music industry, and anyone who dares to go against him should just kiss his career goodbye. Diddy doesn't hold back when it comes to spending money on parties, girls, drugs, and alcohol. He will go to any length to have a good time, which is why his secret parties cost millions. He doesn't even try to hide how much money he spends on these outrageous parties. In fact, he himself told Jamie Foxx how much just one of these secret parties cost him.
But Puff say this party, Playboy, this party right here, I see $1.5 million. I said, what? You spent $1.5 million on this party?
Diddy's parties cost him a fortune, but they were sure memorable, and mostly not in a good way. For one, Jamie thought these parties were a waste of money. You could have a good time with just $400 instead of spending more than $1 million on a night.
And I said, Puff, I'll throw you a party for $400. that will rival this party. And he got pissed at me. He said, you don't play with me. You know I am. I'm Diddy, you know what I'm saying?
Diddy was offended that Jamie would insinuate he was stupid for spending so much on a single party, but he quickly got over the jab. In fact, the next time he was in town, he asked Jamie to arrange a party of his own.
Well, he called like Saturday morning. Yo, Playboy, I'm in town. Make it happen. I said, cool. So I went into my little phone, Kentucky Fried Chicken. I put it in a nice plate. I said, I got Coca-Cola. I put it in a pitcher. We're at $208 and we are killing it right now.
Jamie had to go to all these parties that Diddy hosted because Diddy was a music mogul and Jamie needed a breakthrough. The obscene amount of money wasn't the only problem with these parties. In fact, it was the least of the problems. Some bizarre things were going on at these parties. It seems like Diddy used these parties to act out his sexual fantasies. Now, not only did Jamie spill too much about what was happening at Diddy's parties, along with the type of people that went there, but the actor also seemingly insulted Diddy by stating he could throw a better party at an amount carrying a lot fewer zeros. Knowing Diddy and all of the murder conspiracies surrounding him, it's not exactly far-fetched to imagine that he might be responsible for what is currently happening to Jamie and his family. What makes this theory even more probable is that every single person that knew Jamie Foxx knew he wasn't dealing with any serious medical condition. But somehow, just a while after he started to spill the beans on Puff, this happened, and it's so bad it's affecting his career now. According to reports, Jamie reportedly was shooting some scenes of his Netflix Back in Action movie with Cameron Diaz. If I just told you everything Jamie has gone through in the last few days without telling you it's real life, you'll probably think we're talking about a Hollywood script. So much drama and stress can be taxing on any human being. We're not saying Jamie Foxx succumbed to all this pressure and suffered a stroke, but we can't rule out this possibility entirely. The movie's production prior to that medical emergency have been extremely chaotic, starting with Cameron Diaz's decision to retire once again after the production ends. Jamie Foxx had already collapsed during filming in the UK last month, which got several production staff to be fired. The only thing all of this proves is that there's been a pattern in Jamie Foxx reaching this point, and the only other variable that is on the table is Diddy. But the thing is that even with all the power and influence Diddy has over the entertainment industry and the world at large, he probably didn't get Jamie all by himself. You see, while Diddy might be evil, he's not a stupid person. The rapper has made sure that his weird parties are filled to the brim with celebrities and incredibly wealthy people. As such, if his secret were to be on the line, the rapper would probably drag all of them down with him. This basically ensures that they have his back, even in situations like what seems to be the case with Jamie Foxx. As most people know, this whole story with Jamie Foxx has been the center of most conversations on the internet. But what you may not know is that a lot of people seem to believe that Diddy actually had something to do with Jamie Foxx's current struggles. These people have also not been the least bit shy to talk about it. One user wrote, "I don't know, it's literally so known between all celebs and but it's not like we can do anything." And apparently that's why Jamie Foxx out of nowhere had an aneurysm right after he exposed Diddy. I don't know, might have been a coincidence, but it's weird. Another user with a similar view wrote, "Jamie Foxx talked about Diddy gay party and now he all f***ed up in the hospital." I mean, we don't know what's actually happening with Jamie, but things don't seem to be looking too good for Puff out here. Well, we'll probably find out soon enough. That's it for this video. Goodbye.